You do? Me too. We are? For some reason, it just takes mine a little bit longer than the average person, you know? Alright, to hell with it. I'm getting started with or without this damn phone. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well today. It's a good day because Tennessee beat Ball State last night. And they didn't just beat them. They beat the shit out of them. Golly, what a game. I was excited to see that. I love, this is my favorite time of the year. I love seeing, my dad's a huge Tennessee fan. Huge Tennessee fan. And I love this time of year because I get to spend time with him. I get to see how, he gets extremely passionate about it, him and my mom. And it's just like, it's so fun going over there, watching football games with him. Make me feel like a little kid again because that's what I did whenever I was a kid. So there we go. I got us. Football Fridays. Yeah, Football Friday. Football Friday. Yes, I got a cut. I got a haircut every single morning. First off, my name is Josh Harrell. I work here for the Tommy team. If you don't know me, go check me out. Just look up Josh Harrell, and if you see red hair, yeah, that's me. That's me. I'm the only Josh Harrell with red hair. So every single morning, we get on here. It's the morning grind, 8:30 sharp. 8:29 sharp every single morning. And we like to come at you with some sort of value, some sort of entertainment, whether it be business, whether it be life, whether it be football, which is what we're talking about this morning. But before we get started into that, we like to give 60 seconds of gratitude. You can't be in a negative state of mind if you're grateful for something. So that's why we like to be grateful. And this morning, I'm grateful that the almighty Volunteers won the football game last night. I'm very grateful for that. I'm also grateful I got to spend some time with my family, ate some slick pig, best damn wings in Murfreesboro, I'd say in the whole state, in my opinion. But beside the fact, what are you grateful for this morning, Cameron?
Man, I would say that college football is back.
College football is back.
Get super excited about. So.
That's right. That's right. Hey, by the way, never forget whenever Boston won 2018 World Series. I saw this cup this morning. Got me inspired. I remember that day. I remember that day very specifically. I'm a huge Red Sox fan too, as well as I am a Tennessee Volunteers. But guys, I'm so excited for the show because we used to do this every single Friday whenever it's college football season. We used to get on here, and what we're going to do, this is how the show is going to go. I'm going to lay it out for you guys. If you're in the comments, pay attention because I'm going to say the games that are going on this weekend in college football, and I want you to predict the score. Okay, first off, say who's going to win, and then predict the score. How much they're going to win by, what's the winner score, what's the loser score. Who knows? If you get it spot on, we might just hit you up with a nice little gift card. You know what I'm saying? If you get it right. So yeah, let's get started. This is my favorite. I love this so much. We used to do this a couple years back. We haven't done it in a little bit, but we're getting back to it. So last night, we had a few college football games, right? Last night, West Virginia and Pittsburgh played. I'm excited about that. I was excited about that game because Tennessee plays Pittsburgh next week. West Virginia looked pretty stout. I don't feel like they're a top-tier team, but Pittsburgh came out with the win. They won by a touchdown, 38-31. Obviously, Tennessee beat the shit out of Ball State. That was a given. Central Michigan and Oklahoma State played last night. Oklahoma State won 58-44, which I was very shocked. I thought Central Michigan would have got their ass beat just like we did Ball State, but they ended up putting up some points. I don't know if Oklahoma State's defense just sucks or if Central Michigan's offense is just really good. I'm not sure. I didn't really put a lot of attention to that game, but Oklahoma State came out with the win. Go Western Connecticut State University. Do they even have a team? I've never heard of them. Never know. But thanks for getting on here, Jim McCarthy. Really appreciate it. Hey, stay on here. Let me know, Jim. Let me know what you think these games I'm about to say. Let me hear what your predictions are for the score and who's going to win. VMI, Wake Forest. Wake Forest beat the hell out of them, 44-10. Wake Forest looked pretty good. And then Missouri played last night. Did they win? I think they did. I'm pretty sure Missouri did win. They were getting beat by Louisiana Tech in the first quarter. It was like 3-0. I can't remember the score of that game, but that was from last night. Okay, that was from the games from last night. Those games are done. Those games are over with. Now let's get into the games for tonight and tomorrow. We got a game tonight: Western Michigan versus Michigan State, ranked number 15. Okay, obviously you're gonna go with the ranked team. The ranked team is more inclined to win against an unranked team, but hey, I always love an underdog. I always love to see somebody get upset. I don't think it's going to be this game though, because Michigan State, last season they had a real good season. They looked pretty good on offense on both sides of the ball. I would say they're going to beat them. Western Michigan will lose. If I had to predict a score, I don't know. I would say 52-14. What about you? What do you think? Who do you think is going to win?
State, Western Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I think Michigan State takes the dub. I think Western Michigan. I'm gonna say 42-17.
42-17. There you go, Van. Who do you think is going to win that one?
I have no idea.
All right, I'll answer it for you. Michigan State's going to win that one. That's a given. All right, now here's another SEC game. Sam Houston versus Texas A&M. Texas A&M lasted 14-3 is what Jim McCarthy said. Texas A&M last year, they weren't that good. Sam Houston, never even heard of them, to be honest. I know these no-name teams typically are pretty bad. So I would say Texas A&M is going to take that one. I'm not going to predict a score, but that's tomorrow at 11 a.m. Who you got, Texas A&M or Sam Houston? A&M for sure. That's a given. All right, here we go. NC State versus East Carolina. Okay, now listen. East Carolina is a sleeper team in my opinion. They had a pretty decent season last year. Wasn't the best, but they have upset some big names like NC State before. I'm pretty sure they beat Tennessee one year. Not anytime recently. We beat them last year or the year before that. But they're playing NC State. NC State's ranked number 13. I got NC State winning that one.
NC State.
I got NC State winning that one. I don't know why. Something just telling me that East Carolina will put up a fight. They'll put up a fight, but they're not going to win. I mean, that's just. I would hate to see NC State get beat by somebody like that. All right. Colorado State versus Michigan. Michigan's ranked number 8. Michigan's a damn good football team. I feel like they do have one of the best programs running in America right now. Doug Hanna is envious of my fantasy football skills. Man, I'm looking to get into some fantasy football leagues. I'm already in one right now, but I need to get in a few more. I'm excited. So Colorado State versus Michigan. Michigan, they're just going to pound Colorado State. Michigan's going to just absolutely take them by the neck and put them in the dirt. I feel like that's could be a very, very high-scoring game for Michigan, and it's going to be a low-scoring game for Colorado State. I got Michigan win that one. What do you think?
I got Michigan.
Okay. All right, this next one. This game is going to be the best game second best game. We got Notre Dame, Ohio State is going to be the best game in my opinion. We'll talk about that later. But second best game is Cincinnati versus Arkansas. I love how they put these two up on week 1 just because I love the competition. Cincinnati is ranked number 23. Arkansas is ranked number 19. Last year, Arkansas had a hell of a season. They had a damn good season. And you know something? The years prior, they sucked. Arkansas really did suck the past seasons before. But, I mean, last year they flipped the switch. They turned it on, and they had a good season. So it's a tough one for me to predict. Cincinnati has a good football program, too. I know they had a really good season last year as well. You never know. Off-season can be it could be good for some people and it can be bad for some people. But I do think Arkansas, they figured some things out, and I do think Arkansas will pull this one, pull the win away. So I got Arkansas. I do think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to say it's going to be a 27-20, 27-24. I got Arkansas winning that one by a field goal. What about you?
I got Arkansas winning that by probably 14. I'm going to say 35, whatever, 35 minus 14.
Jim McCarthy said Cincinnati all the way, Arkansas as well. Arkansas, they are exciting as Delaware. I agree. Arkansas, I mean, they sucked before, but, man, I'm telling you, they just flipped a switch out of nowhere. I have a feeling Cincinnati will get beat. Now, the rankings show Arkansas is a better team. I don't necessarily feel like they're a better team, but I do feel like something's just going to, pump them up. And it's at Arkansas, too, so keep that in mind. All right, next, Oklahoma versus UTEP. Oklahoma's obviously going to win that one. It's a given. Hey, Oklahoma and Texas are going to be in the SEC in 2 years. Did you know that? Isn't that crazy? That'll be good, I feel like, for the SEC, even though they're not really considered the Southeast. But, hey, good morning, Mr. Blake Proud. Thanks for getting on here, man. Hey, all right, Blake, I got a question for you. All right, BCU versus Miami. Miami has not been a very good football team the past few years, but I've never even heard of BCU, so I feel like they're going to pull that one away.
Bethune.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Bethune? Bethune? That's a weird name. But yeah, Miami, I feel like they're going to win that one. All right. Houston. University of Houston versus University of Texas South. UTSA. I think Houston's definitely going to win that one. That's a given. Don't want to harp on these too bad. The U is back. I remember when when Miami was one of the best teams in college football. They had the chain, the big old U chain. Every time somebody scored a touchdown, they put the chain on them, and they were thriving. I remember that. I do feel like they have a pretty damn good season ahead of them this year. Hopefully. That'd be cool to see. All right, here we go. Here's another good game. Here is an upset. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling the upset. Oregon versus Georgia. All right. Oregon is ranked number 11. Georgia is ranked number 3, which is kind of weird. Didn't Georgia win the national championship last year?
Yeah.
You would think they would be ranked number 1, right? No. Alabama's ranked number 1 this year. Oregon versus Georgia. I got Oregon.
Why do you have Oregon?
Okay, here's why I have Oregon. All right. You ever heard of the Goliath story? David and Goliath. I don't think it's going to be anything like that. I think, now this is just me, bold claim. I'm all about bold claims. I do feel like Georgia's going to come out. I feel like halftime, this is my prediction. Halftime, Georgia's going to be winning 28-7 at halftime. Oregon's going to be losing 28-7. Oregon's going to come back and beat them. They're going to come back and they're going to hold them to 1 touchdown in the second quarter. It's going to be 35. I don't know. I think in the second quarter they're going to figure it out. Oregon's going to pull something together and they're going to beat them. My prediction, 42-35. 42-35 Oregon. It's my prediction. Dogs had like 15 players drafted in the NFL and will smoke Oregon. I think, hey, look, everybody's thinking that right now. It's a great possibility that they could, but I like to be the opposing side. I like to say, hey, you never know, Oregon might come back. I think they will smoke them the first half. I think Oregon will figure out their gameplay and they will come back and beat them in the second half. My prediction: the South will rise over the left coast. That's exactly right. South is one of the best. All right, so BYU, South Florida, obviously BYU. South Florida has had some good seasons. I don't think it's going to be enough to beat the almighty BYU. Troy versus Ole Miss. Is Troy still in the Sun Belt, or are they in CUSA? I think
they're still in the Sun Belt.
I think they're still in the Sun Belt. Anyway, Mississippi, Ole Miss, they're going to beat Troy, 100%. I think that's a given. Rice versus USC. Rice is going to lose to USC. Wouldn't it be funny if I said Rice is going to win? No, Rice sucks. They sucked last year. I think they're going to suck this year too. All right, Kentucky. University of Kentucky plays Miami. Miami, Ohio, it looks like. Kentucky will win that one. Kentucky's ranked number 20. They had a great season last year.
Being ranked better than Arkansas at the end of the year.
You think so?
Yeah.
I would like to see that, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Kentucky's football team, bro.
I think Kentucky is a very unstable program. They're always up, they're always down, they're always up, they're always down. I think the trend this year is Kentucky's going to get beat early in the season. It's going to lower their confidence. They're going to have a decent midseason. Towards the end of the season, they're going to get beat a couple times again. So, very mediocre season for them, in my opinion. They had a great season last year. Good for them, but I don't think they're enough to be I don't think they're going to be enough this year to be a top 20 team. Without a doubt. All right, here we go. Florida versus Utah, the one everybody's been talking about. Utah is number 7. Florida is not even ranked. Florida didn't have that great of a season last year. This game will set the tone for Florida.
100%.
This game is going to set. If Florida puts up a fight against Utah, I feel like it's looking pretty good for Florida. If Florida beats Utah, Florida's going to be a tough team to beat this year, in my opinion. But what are the odds of that happening? I don't think Florida's going to do all that well. I do think Florida will get beat by Utah, and I think they're probably going to get beat pretty bad. Their defense is not what it needs to be to maintain Utah's offense. So Florida is getting beat by that one. My prediction, that's a big game. My prediction for that one is, I'm going to say 35-14. 35-14 Utah. Florida starts 0-2 this year. I agree. I don't think Florida is going to be worth a damn this year. But if they do beat Utah, they might be. Never know. Never know. All right. This is the moment that we've all been waiting for. Notre Dame versus Ohio State. This is crazy. This is going to be a crazy game, and here's why. Okay? Number 5, Notre Dame. Number 2, Ohio State. First off, I think Georgia should be number 2. What do you think? I think Georgia should be number 1 since they won the title last year.
I think where they're going with that is where Georgia has lost a lot of players to the draft.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with it. I mean, I still think if you won the damn national championship.
Yeah, come on. I do feel like, okay, Ohio State, solid team. Notre Dame, solid team. Who do I think is going to win? I'm saying this because I like to please people. I'm a people pleaser. Notre Dame's going to win. Hopefully that answers who I think is going to win. Notre Dame's going to win that one. I'm just kidding. No, seriously, I do think Notre Dame's going to win that one. I think it's going to be an upset. Everybody thinks Ohio State's going to win. Obviously, Ohio State looks to be, on paper, the better football team. But, I mean, just looking at it, Notre Dame's going to put on a hell of a show. They're going to have a great game. It's going to be a close one, but I do feel like towards the end, I'd say middle of the fourth quarter, maybe even the fourth quarter before that, they're going to pull away and they're going to win by 2 touchdowns. Maybe a touchdown and a field goal. Let me correct myself. Maybe a touchdown and a field goal. Blake Prowse got Ohio State 38-24. Hey, that definitely it could happen. It could happen. I don't know. It hasn't happened yet, but I mean, obviously on paper, Ohio State's a better football team. That's a fact. But I think Notre Dame's going to pull it out, and it's at Ohio State. I think that's going to help Ohio State, but I just feel like Notre Dame's going to pull it off. All right. This is going to be a tricky one to guess. Utah State versus Alabama. I got Utah State. I'm just kidding. Alabama's going to win that one. Obviously, they're going to put up 50 on them. Utah might not even score a touchdown. Who knows? I don't think Alabama's going to get beat much this year. If they do get beat, it'll be by the Vols. And this is my prediction, okay? This is my prediction. I'm actually going to the Tennessee-Alabama game, all right? My prediction, Tennessee is going to go undefeated. I think it's week 7 they play, something like that. They're going to be 6 or 7-0. Maybe 5. I can't remember. They're going to be undefeated. Alabama's going to be undefeated. Tennessee's going to be undefeated when they play each other at Neyland Stadium. Hopefully it's a night game. Tennessee tends to be the better football team whenever it's night games. I went to the Ole Miss game last year whenever Lane Kiffin got hit by a golf ball, and it was at night. Checkerboard Stadium. It was electric. I mean, it was the most it fired me up. I was in the stands, and I wanted to go out on the field. That's how cool it was. My prediction, if that happens, Tennessee will beat Alabama. Now, if they get beat earlier in the season, that's not going to happen. But if it does, if Tennessee's undefeated and Alabama's undefeated, that's going to be a good game, and I think Tennessee's going to win. But Alabama definitely will beat Utah State this year. It's going to be bad. It's going to be brutal. Make sure you got a pillow on your couch with you because you're probably going to take a nap at the end of that game. All right, last game of the week. Clemson versus Georgia Tech. Clemson is going to win that game by a lot. Georgia Tech seems to be getting their shit together, but I don't think they're getting it together enough to beat Clemson. Clemson's a dominant team. Clemson does not know how to lose. Clemson is a winner, So, all right, guys, let me know what you think. If you're somebody, if I said one thing that you agree with, let me know. If I said one thing that you disagree with, tell me. Who do you think's going to win between Notre Dame and Ohio State? Who do you think's going to win against, what was the other one? Georgia and Oregon. I got Oregon and I got Notre Dame. The two underdogs. I got two underdogs winning this week. Am I going to be wrong? Maybe. Who knows? Hasn't happened yet. But what if I was right? I'd look like a damn genius, So, all right, guys. Well, hey, happy Friday. Hope you enjoyed today's Football Friday. We're back doing this. This is going to be fun. Maybe Tommy was talking about it. Maybe we're going to start a league. Maybe we're going to start, some sort of, organization where we, tell people, you write down your pick, write down the score, and there's going to be a prize if somebody wins. Maybe. We don't know yet. It's something that's in the works right now. We'll figure it out, and we'll let you know. But, guys, thank you so much for getting on here. Please share the stream, and we will see you guys next Tuesday. Happy Labor Day, by the weekend. Happy Labor Day weekend for all them hard workers out there. Happy Labor Day weekend. Have a great weekend, guys. We'll see you next Tuesday, 8:29 sharp.